Hello everyone, it's SpursReady96 here, and welcome to the 15th episode of the FIFA 19 AS Monaco career mode. We begin today's episode with Liga Confirma action here at the Stade Louis II, where Monaco will be hosting Bordeaux. If you haven't checked out the last episode, I advise you to do so. Pretty interesting episode. We had a Riviera derby against Nice in the round 16 stage of the Coupe Nationale, and then we've had some league games against who were we against? Against Angers SCO and FC Nantes. Monaco still the top scoring side in the league, scoring 58 goals, considerably more than our nearest rivals. I think we're like 5 goals or something like that ahead of I think it was Saint Etienne, who are in second place. For the lineups today, the first team will commence. Will return to their action. They beat Nantes 3-0 with 2 goals from Radamel Falcao and a goal from Fabinho. Kylian Mbappe, he's having a bit of a bad streak at the moment. His last league goal was against Toulouse, and since then he's failed to score against Montpellier HSC, Olympique Lyonnais and FC Nantes as well. Plus he didn't score in the cup match against Nice in the Coupe Nationale or in the Champions League first leg against FC Porto. There's Bordeaux's lineup going for a 4-3-3. The former Cardiff City striker Cornelis is in the attacks. And DeAndre Yedlin, I think that is the American player who used to play for Spurs briefly in Newcastle. He is in the right back position. I'm not entirely too sure if it is DeAndre Yedlin or another Yedlin. On to the first half highlights. The 6th minute, and here's Monaco over corner. Tielemans crosses it in. Oh, that's a good save off the line, maybe, from one of the players of Bordeaux. I think that was a Sidib or with a header there. On the 44th minute, Monaco have a chance, and Costil saves from, I think it was Bernardo Silva. Daniels clears his line, and there goes the half-time whistle. Pretty poor performance really from AS Monaco. I mean, Bordeaux, I suppose, are fulfilling their objective of trying to just sit back and try and get something out of this game, a point, or maybe sneak a late win or something like that. But Monaco have had a chance, a corner, and we've had a chance from a corner, and of course a strike from Bernardo Silva. Obviously, good save and clearance off the line from their Bordeaux defence. But at half-time at the Stade Louis II, pretty poor really from Monaco. It's Monaco 0, Bordeaux 0, and it is DeAndre Yedlin, the defender. For the results around the other ground, Saint Etienne are being held to a 1-1 draw at half-time against Lille, who of course are in relegation danger. And on to the second half highlights. Well, there wasn't really any. A very, very poor second half, even worse than the first. We tried to create chances, but Bordeaux defended really, really well, I must say. And look at that pretty dejected figure I look there on the screen. And Bordeaux will be very happy to take a point away from the Stade Louis II. That is 2 points dropped in AS Monaco's title fight with against the other side, you know, Saint Etienne, Lyon, Marseille and PSG. Very poor performance, but we have a clean sheet, so that is, I suppose, something. But we will now have just 60 points instead of what, 62 points we could have got. But full time it's Monaco 0, Bordeaux 0. Saint Etienne beat Lille 3-2. It was an absolute cracking second half there, it seems, and Saint Etienne will get certainly closer to Monaco in the table. But other than that, extremely disappointing result and performance from the team, we will have to put that to one side as we will commence the second leg of the UEFA Champions League last 16 away at the Portuguese champions FC Porto. We have a 2-goal cushion bringing to Porto's ground. We've a 2-goal cushion, a goal from Tielemans and Radamel Falcao. So the advantages for Atletico Madrid, Manchester City, Bayern Munich, PSG, Manchester United and Liverpool. The UEFA Champions League last 16 tie between Monaco and FC Porto is firmly in the balance, even though Monaco have a 2-goal advantage. A draw will get Monaco through to the quarter-finals, while FC Porto must win by at least, 3 goals to get themselves over the line. There's FC Porto's Lionel Casillas is in goal. You've got Milito at the back. You've also got players such as Stindl, Soares, Oliveira, Torres, Brahimi completing the midfield and the attack positions, going for a 4-4-2 formation. And Porto's intentions is pretty clear. They're going to have to go for it. For AS Monaco, the first team, of course, is being deployed. Falcao, of course, scored against Porto, as did the number 8 of Tielemans. So, yeah, they'll have to put a much better performance than the league match against Bordeaux. So let's get the highlights underway. On to the first half highlights. And, yeah, there wasn't much highlights to choose. There wasn't hardly any action as far as the first half was concerned. Not because it was a poor performance, it was actually quite a competitive match. Both teams very close to shoot, very difficult to call in terms of who was the better side. Even Stevens at the break then, as it's FC Porto 0, Monaco 0. Monaco have the advantage on the aggregate, which is 2-0. And let's take a look at the other results around the ground. Barcelona are 1-0 down against Liverpool, so Liverpool have that advantage. On to the second half highlights, just starting. Monaco have a throw-in. Here's Thomas Lemar. Important Monaco start off with a spring in their step. Here's Yuri Tielemans, who scored in the first leg. And that's a good save from Iker Casillas, Porto's captain. Tielemans had a chance of scoring his second goal in this tie and opening Monaco's scoring in Portugal. Good save from Iker Casillas. On to the 51st minute, Porto are on the attack. Here is Soares, pass from Stindl. Now it's back to Stindl. There's a gap. And Soares is coming through. And he's going to take the strike. That's a good save from Alphonse Areola. First real chance for Porto to get in the lead. And Areola had to save there from Soares. Good save from Alphonse Areola. On to the 56th minute. Monaco on the charge on the counter after Porto had a corner that didn't go very well for them. Mbappe's going to cross it in, it deflected, and Casillas had to make the save. 72nd minute. Monaco on the charge with Bernardo Silva. He's got support, and look who's on the charge. I think it was Sid Ib, and Falcao's got a chance. Radamel Falcao scores again in the UEFA Champions League. His second goal in his last 16 tie against Porto. He's opened the scoring here in Portugal, and with Monaco leading 3-0 on aggregate, that should see him through to the quarter-finals. Porto fans, the reality setting in for them that Porto are going out. I think it was Sedib who provided the cross or the pass to Falcao, who managed to wrestle off resistance from Porto's defence. And equally, he made a good finish, getting through past Iker Casillas. And that should see Monaco over the line here in Portugal. Falcao's 5th goal in the Champions League. It's Monaco who lead at Portugal. And the added time is surely going to be going soon. But Porto is still going forward. Here's Brahimi. He's got support. Looks like Soares is in there. Stindl's in there as well. Now here's Joe Casalo. Deflected, and Areola to make the save there from a second attempt from Casalo. But there goes the full-time whistle. Monaco are successfully through to the UEFA Champions League quarter-finals, getting past the Portuguese champions of FC Porto. Second leg, much tougher than the first. Monaco managed to edge in front in this match, thanks to a strike from Radamel Falcao in the 75th minute. Porto tried to get back in the game in the tie in the second half, but ultimately they failed. And Monaco advanced to the quarter-finals for the first time since 2017. And we get both clean sheets in both legs. Full time in Portugal, it's Porto 0, Monaco 1. Monaco advanced 3-0 on aggregate. Let's go on to the third and final game of the episode as we will commence Ligue 1 Confirm action, as we will be travelling to relegation-threatened LOSC Lille. they need to pick up their pace, because it's an unbelievable scrap for relegation. At least 10 clubs, or maybe 12 to, 7 or 8 clubs are in this magnificent relegation scrap. It's equally as interesting as the race for the title, really. But let's look at the table. Monaco are top by just 2 points from Saint-Étienne. And Marseille is also level with Saint-Étienne in third place. PSG and Olympique Lyonnais starting to fall back a bit. The French champions PSG, they need to get their act into gear, because it's a fantastic title race between what was a 2-horse race. It's now becoming a 3-horse race thanks to Saint-Étienne's dip in form in the second half of the season. There is Lille's formation. You've got in attack Loic Remy. They're going for a 4-2-3-1, the same as we will. There's Mendes, Bambra, Pepe, who Arsenal signed in the summer, is nowhere to be seen. He might be on the substitutes bench, or he must have been sold to another club. Who knows? And let's take a look at Monaco's team, the reserve side that will come into play for this match. There is Jerome Price, Stefan Jovetic is up front. There's a Hollow, the captain, as well. All looking forward to this match, I'm sure. The last game they played was a 2-0 win away at Dijon, and that was a successful game in which at the point we maintained we were second in the league with 49 points. What a difference a few games can make. On to the first half highlights, the 4th minute, and Monaco on the attack. Here's Grandsir, and he's going to cross it in. Oh, it's a brilliant effort there. I don't know who it was from. It was from Jope, and their goalkeeper Petrick had to make the save. Is he called Petrick? I don't know. Maybe Petrick, I'm not sure. But that was a good save from the keeper. On to the 11th minute. It's all Monaco in the opening 10 minutes. Here's Jope. Now here's a Hollow, the captain, taking a strike. Deflected, takes another strike. That's a good save from Manigan. And Lille are under intense pressure, but are surviving at the moment from Manigan, not Petrick. Don't know where I got that name from. But it's another good save from the keeper in his dominant 10 minutes for Monaco. 21st minute, Monaco is still on the attack. Here's Grandsir trying to get past, and he's going into the box. He's going to cross it in, and that's a brilliant goal. Brilliant header from the captain, a Hollow. And Monaco strike first in this league match against Lille, deservedly so. Come out of the traps on fire. The goalkeeper couldn't save that attempt. And the number 4 of a Hollow scores his first goal of 2019. I believe it's his second goal of the season. The last goal he scored, I think, was in the 2-1 defeat against Nice, I think, in the Riviera Derby. Indeed, it is his second goal of the season. And Monaco lead in Lille by 1-0. And the added time whistle goes. Monaco comfortably in front in terms of performance, but on the result, still pretty tight, really. Monaco had a chance, a few good chances from the likes of Jope, but the keeper was very good. He was Lille's man of the match so far. He made some pretty good saves, but a Hollow had a great header in the 24th minute, and that separates the two teams at half-time, as it's Lille 0, Monaco 1. Pretty interesting game, it seems. And there's the half-time results. As you can see, Angers SCO, Amiens SC, SNK and Saint-Étienne are all drawing, while Dijon, Toulouse and Nantes are all leading against EA Gringap, Nice and Stade de Reims. The scores 1-0 in those two games, as well as the 2-1 lead. On to the second half highlights, just starting now, and here's Stefan Jovetic, and he's made his trick to defence and takes a strike. What a start to the second half for Monaco. They've come firing out of the traps, just like they did in the first half. And just like that, Monaco increased their lead and looking likely to stay top of the table with another 3 points, thanks to a magnificent strike from Stefan Jovetic. Lille have been torn apart once again. Had a bit of help from the post there from Stefan Jovetic's strike, and that is a perfect start to their second half for Monaco. And Lille, who thought it was hard in the first half, it's going to be even tougher now, being 2-0 down. It is Lille 0, Monaco 2. On to the 55th minute. Lille have woken up. Here is Loic Remy on the attack, and he's got support, and he's passed it in towards Bamba. Oh, it's at the post. Remy. Oh, he put it wide. Bamba made a hit the post, maybe with a save as well. 64th minute. Pierre Gabriel has given away a corner. Lille fans are supporting to the rafters, even though they're in a tough relegation spot. And Gedson Fernandez is coming onto the bench. Is coming onto the bench, onto the pitch. 65th minute. Lille have a corner. And the keeper had to save there from Pryor. There's Remy! Oh, off the line at the bar. Did it cross the line? We don't know. Sonaro, Pepe, crazy stuff going on. 74th minute. Lille are throwing everything at it. Here's Gedson. Muna. Mendes! That's woken everyone up. Lille are right back in the game. They've thrown everything at Monaco since Monaco scored the second goal. And Lille, out of nowhere, are right back in it. Thanks to a strike from Mendes. They've been throwing everything at us. They had a chance there which hit the crossbar and nearly crossed the line, and we had to clear our lines there. But Mendes has a strike, and he has a bit of help from the post as well, just like Stefan Jovetic did. And Lille, all of a sudden, in the last 15 minutes, have a chance to get something out of this game. A point, maybe 3, who knows. Thiago Mendes' 4th goal in the league, and all of a sudden Lille are back in it. It's Lille 1, Monaco 2. 82nd minute. Monaco need to respond after that setback. Here comes Ronnie Lopez on the charge, takes a strike. Good save for Manigan. It's going to be a free kick for a foul. It didn't work anyway, the free kick. But there goes the full-time whistle. Lille's late charge towards getting a point was halted in the end as Monaco come out victors after a fairly entertaining game, actually, it must be said. Lille had a chance to maybe get level if the ball did cross the line, but we managed to clear our lines there. But 2 goals from Monaco, from Maholo in the first half, and Stefan Jovetic in the second means Monaco edge out winners. But Lille will have plenty of positives in their relegation fight after a fantastic spirit and determination from their side. A goal from Mendes makes it Lille 1, Monaco 2. There's the results from other grounds. Angers SC lost to Emmons SC. EA Gringam and Nice lost to Dijon and Toulouse. SMK beat Saint Etienne. That is a massive significance, that is. Because look at the table. Monaco are top with 63 points. They've still got a 2-point gap. 19 wins, 6 draws, 4 defeats. 60 goals scored, 23 conceded. Marseille is now up into second place with 61 points. 18 wins, 7 draws, 4 defeats, 48 goals scored, 21 conceded. The best defence in the league. Monaco have the best goal-scoring record in the league. Marseille won Le Classique at PSG. The score was 2-1. Saint Etienne dropped to third after that shock defeat. They've got 58 points, 17 wins, 7 draws, 5 defeats, 52 goals scored, 27 conceded. PSG are 4th with 56 points, gradually getting back in the race, but they have a game in hand over the top 3, so they could jump, they could jump above Saint Etienne into 3rd place if they win. Lyon is 5th with 51 points, 18 wins, 15 wins, 6 draws, 7 defeats, 43 goals scored, 28 conceded. They remain just 5 points ahead of Stade Rennais, who is 6th with 47 points. Montpellier HSC is 7th with 45 points, and SC Nantes is 8th with 45 points. Toulouse FC is 9th with 38 points. Amiens SC is 10th with 34 points. Toulouse pretty much secure their safety for next season. Look at the bottom 10 because it's carnage. Bordeaux is 11th with 33 points. Angers SC is 12th with 32 points. RC Strasbourg is 13th ahead on goal difference of Stade Rennais. Stade de Reims is 14th with 30 points as well. EA Gringam is 15th with 29 points, conceding 47 goals in the process. Dijon is 16th with 29 points, conceding 48 goals. Nice is 17th with 28 points, having the most draws of anyone in the league with 13. Nîmes Olympique is 18th with 6 wins, 9 draws, 14 defeats, 23 goals scored. I think they are the lowest goal scorers in the league, and 38 goals conceded. Lille is still 19th, but with 26 points. And SM Caen have the least wins of anyone, with 4 wins, 10 draws, 15 defeats, 25 goals scored, 44 conceded, and with just 22 points. But that impressive victory over Saint Etienne means they could get on a bit of a run and maybe get themselves in the battle to stay up, because they've been stranded at the bottom for most of the season. So let's take a look then at the UEFA Champions League round of 16 results. Paris Saint-Germain beat the Greek champions AEK Athens 3-1 on aggregate. Bayern Munich, the German champions, beat CSKA Moscow 4-1 on aggregate. Atletico Madrid beat German side Hoffenheim 2-1 on aggregate. Manchester City just edged past Inter Milan. The score was 3-2 on aggregate. Very close there. So pretty much the heavyweight teams in this page expect to go through have progressed. And let's have a look at the other results. Of course, Porto lost 3-0 to AS Monaco. Barcelona lost to Liverpool once again in a Champions League knockout match. It was much closer than in real life. The scoreline was 3-2 on aggregate. Real Madrid are out of the UEFA Champions League, the title holders. They lost 3-2 to Manchester United. Valencia lost to Schalke of Germany on aggregate. Schalke won on the away goal rule. It finished 2-2 on aggregate. Very surprising. So let's take a look at the quarter-final results. Some massive results. Games coming up like real life. Very similar. PSG will play Manchester United, just like real life. Bayern Munich will play Atletico Madrid. Manchester City will be playing against Monaco. So it's the quarter-final rematch of 2017, where it finished, 6-6 on aggregate or something? So if that's going to be like it in the game, that'd be crazy. And then the other tie is Schalke will be playing Liverpool. Let's take a look at the round of 16 results in the UEFA Europa League. Bordeaux are out after losing 5-0 to Chelsea, who of course won the Europa League in real life. Rangers' European dream has ended with a 4-2 aggregate defeat against German side Bayer Leverkusen. Besiktas lost 3-2 to Spanish side Real Betis. Lazio lost 4-1 to Tottenham Hotspur. Juventus are out of the Europa League, one of the favourites. They lost 2-2 on the away goal rules against Arsenal. What a surprise. The Battle of Italy, Napoli beat Roma 4-1 on aggregate. Sporting Lisbon lost narrowly to German side Borussia Dortmund 3-2 on aggregate. Red Bull Leipzig lost 3-2 to West Ham United, so West Ham are into the quarter-finals. What a remarkable run from the Hammers. Let's take a look then at the quarter-final fixtures. We've got a London derby as Chelsea will play Tottenham Hotspur. We've got a German derby as well, or all-German contest, as Borussia Dortmund play Bayer Leverkusen. Napoli will play Arsenal just like they did in real life. And West Ham United have got Spanish side Real Betis to contend with. So some very interesting quarter-final ties in the UEFA Europa League as well as the UEFA Champions League. Let's look ahead to the next episode. And, the preview of the next episode will begin with the Coupe Nationale, the French Cup quarter-final, away at second division side Ver AC. Then we have, we would have the Liga Conferema home match against SM Caen, top versus bottom, but the recording failed for that, so you won't see that match. But I can confirm to you it finished 3-2 to Monaco. And then, to conclude the episode, which was recorded successfully, was an away match in the Liga Conferema away against EA Green Gamp. So yeah, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.